At this point, I probably already tried farming Equinox twice. Bro, Chachos, let me tell you, I still don't have Equinox, okay? So unfortunately, it's the return to this freaky Tau Rieger guy, bro. I'm done with this guy, bro. So what I have in my notes right here is Night Neuroptics, Night Systems, and Day Systems. Now today, I'm not stopping until I have every single piece of Equinox so I can build this guy. Or girl, I don't know. I'm pretty sure it's a mix of both. Now, this is 1,000,000% one of the most notorious farms inside of this game, bro. And I know, I can already smell the comments, bro. There's one person gonna be like, well, Equinox isn't that bad. Bro, let me tell you, Equinox is objectively bad to farm, okay? Because a normal Warframe, you only have to farm like 3 parts and then you probably get the blueprint from the quest, or the blueprint is really easy to get. Either way, at the max, it's 4 parts maximum, okay? Equinox is 8 parts. No. Equinox is 9 parts, excuse me. And technically, it's all subjective because it is, you know, paired with what's called RNG. It's pretty much RNG dependent. Because for me, a lot of people say Citrine is the worst farm in the game. For me, it took like 2.5 hours or something, bro. Like, that's nothing for me, bro. I've already done 2 separate videos, okay? 2 separate videos on this guy, Tower Rieger, bro. I'm so done with him, bro. And I still do not own Equinox. Now, if you're watching this, if this video got released, probably tomorrow or the day after that, or in the weekend, I'm actually gonna be playing Crimson Desert, and I'm also gonna be playing as Ghost of Sparta with Atreus.
Red boy.
You know what I'm talking about, okay? So go ahead and follow me on the Twitch in the top right and in the description, gangs. But when we are talking about the farms, you know, a lot of people say Kullervo is a bad farm, this is a bad farm. It's all subjective technically. But if there is an objective bad farm or a farm that takes a long time, is this flipping Equinox, bro. How are there people in the... Bro, I'm getting mad at like comments that don't even exist yet. Okay, but actually, I did get a comment like this in a past video. Equinox Day Systems is... Wait! I need this. Oh my days. Guys, we're starting off good. Oh, this is one of the 3 things I need, bro. Okay, wait, no. Actually, it's 8 separate parts. It's 8 separate parts that you need to get. So that means the loot pool for this flipping Equinox. Oh, look at this Equinox Day System. Okay, but the loot pool for this Equinox is 8 parts total, bro. Why were there people trying to justify 8 separate parts, bro? I'm getting pissed at no one right now, literally. Before we continue, you know what is important? That you guys like and subscribe, okay? Liking helps with the algorithm and subscribing helps with me, okay? So if you do like the content, you know, you can do both of those things, okay? And hype as well. Now, I wonder what this is going to be for you guys, but for me personally, the worst farm I've encountered so far is literally Equinox. I'm not even kidding, bro. Now, in terms of actual hours, like playtime, it probably has been like an hour and a half, which isn't that bad for a Warframe farm. Oh, I forgot about this Caliban. No. Caliban, base Caliban. 1,000,000% the worst Warframe, bro. There's probably a video up in the top right where I do farm base Caliban. Bro, it took so long, I literally like ended the video because it was taking up too much of my time, bro. I'll try and dumb it down for you guys. So basically what it is, you have Caliban, which only one part, okay? Remember this. Only one part drops from bounties. I think it's normal bounties. And those parts are on a rotation every like 1.5, 2 hours or 2.5 hours, something like that. So if there's a part that you don't need and it's a rotation right now, well, you're out of luck, bro. You're literally out of luck. And I specifically needed the helmet. And I think I completed 10 separate bounties, which means I got 50... Wait, this means I got 55 opportunities to get... I'm not even kidding. 55 opportunities to get the Caliban Neuroptics and not a single Neuroptics drop, bro. Oh, then I stopped the video. I went to school because unfortunately I had to go to school, but doesn't matter. Tell me why I proceed to get 2 Caliban Neuroptics in a row, back to back, after I'm done recording, bro. No. I literally got tortured that day, bro. Like, actually. But that is by far the worst one. Then we also have Atlas, which coincidentally was also the Neuroptics, actually. Bro, oh man. Neuroptics are my worst enemy. And I look at my notes right now. I literally need a Night Neuroptic. So, man, today probably is going to be the bane of my existence, okay? Okay, well, let's get this guy done. So, where's he? Here he is. Oh, okay, already dead. Now, all we can do is hope that we do get the Night Neuroptics and the Night Systems. Okay, that's the only things I need that are left for me. All right, excellent. But bro, Atlas as well. Let's see. Night Systems. Oh my days, what's going on? It's actually working. No. You know how long I've been farming Equinox, and now all of a sudden I'm happy, guys. Don't get me wrong. all of a sudden I get 2 parts that I need. No. I need 3 parts and all of a sudden I get 2 parts that I need back to back. Oi. So let's go ahead and click the pen. Okay, day systems is done and night systems. Yep, night systems also done. But let me tell you something about Atlas, bro. I always forget the exact number, but I think I fought the boss close to 12 to 17 times.
You what?
I'm not too sure on the number. That's why there's such a big gap, but it's something in that range. Okay, it's something in that range. And I didn't get the Atlas and Optics. Well, okay, I did get them. I didn't stop the farm after a period of time, but oh my days, it took me so long for a singular part, bro. I was actually so mad, bro. Now all one man can do is you know, hope. But yeah, bro, if I don't get the night neuroptics now, yeah, someone in the comments is getting banned. Okay, it's so random that these parts have like underwater night. Look at this, bro. I literally just called it Nightwing. Underwater, what is it called? Arcwing. Bro, this stuff is amazing, man. I literally don't know where to go. I think Am I lost? I might be lost. Shout out Zoro. Yeah, okay, okay. I was definitely lost, bro. I went the wrong way, bro. There aren't a lot of base Warframes that I still need to get. I don't know. I'm pretty sure I have something in my notes of all the Warframes that I still need to get, so I probably have to check that list. But let me tell you, Equinox was last on the list. I actually don't know. I don't know what caused me to farm Equinox today, bro. Look at this Zoro pancake in the chat, bro. Got lost. Okay, that's enough Zoro mentions, bro. I gotta stop. I remember the Style Rigger guy. I don't remember. What wasn't there like a quest tied to this guy? It was either a quest tied to this guy or it was this boss fight, bro. I hate his voice. It's actually insane. I hate his voice. He says the weirdest stuff in the weirdest voices, bro. Not only is it insane, it is okay, wait, it's not nerve-wracking. It's like, it's nasty. It's giving me the ick. How about that? It's giving me the ick, bro. Okay, so I'm looking at the list. Okay, guys, it's gonna be Noko, Cyber, Hildrun, Baruch, Equinox, Gauss, Limbo, Protea, and Zaku. Zaku and Baku, bro. Zaku and Baku, my African brother. But on a serious note, I do already have the Zaku parts. I only need the materials to buy the Zaku parts, so that's not really interesting, bro. But I'm gonna be honest, I have no idea how to get Protea, Limbo, Baruch, Hildrun. Yeah, that's it, actually. That's it. But it's probably gonna take a long time. Okay, so let's just continue, bro. Piercing Step, I just got something new. No way. This deep in the game, I still get new mods, bro. The flip was that, bro? Puncture on bullet jump, bro. What does it even mean? Also, what do you guys rate the Wukong fashion? I'm kinda getting blocked by the Dante now, but what do you guys think? Does this not look fashionable? Okay, fashionista. Alright, night neuroptics is what I need. Day systems, nice. Nice. Now the day I'm recording this is gonna be 12 more days. Yes, 12 more days. It sounds egregious. 12 more days until fully releases the Shadow Grapher. Wait, my apologies. The Shadowgrapher update also releases March 25th. Bro, I did not know this. People don't like Foley because she's fat, bro. No way in a game like Warframe, people... Bro, no way in a game like Warframe, okay? I'm playing as a monkey right now, okay? Just let that sink in. No way in a game like Warframe, people are concerned about a Warframe being fat, bro. Bro, there are characters in this game who are blue with long arms. No, not long arms. I'm sorry. A singular long arm, okay, with infestation in their heads or in their faces, and they're like 7 feet. Okay, I'm lying. They're 12 feet tall or something, and people are concerned about a Warframe being fat. And why is this boss fight not proceeding? Okay, there we go. Tal Rigger, where are you? I forgot about this boss fight, bro. This guy teleports like crazy for no reason as well. That is exactly what I hated about this boss fight, bro. I'm gonna put Tal Rigor on a Camacho, which I think is bad in Spanish. Shout out Spanish speakers. Look at this. Okay, stay still. There we go. Ooh. Bro, this boss fight is going faster solo, but there's probably gonna be someone who joins like later on really randomly. Look at this guy, bro. Okay, there he goes. You know, I wish we got more memorable boss fights inside of Warframe, because even though if I play... You know what? Okay, I'm gonna do this on Steel Path next, but even if I play this on Steel Path, he's probably gonna die, you know, like... quite easy because I'm, you know, quite overpowered. Maybe he won't. Maybe I'm just talking out of my neck right now. W sentence usage. No? Alright. But maybe it's still gonna be easy, harder. Wow. Harder, easier. Who knows, bro? Do you guys know? Is this way harder on Steel Path? Why you guys ain't responding? Like, come on. Night neuroptics for night chests. Okay. I'm getting trolled at this point. Like, bro, DE, give me some leeway and help me out over here. Sometimes I'm a tweaker, bro. Let me stop. Okay, 3 minutes. So it takes about 3 minutes and 20 seconds on average. So that is what? 3.3 minutes per part. 3.3 minutes per part. I'm literally writing this down. I don't know. Sometimes I like doing math. Not math. Math. Bro, I just can't pronounce it for some reason. Okay, we need a no energy Warframe because... Okay, how about Gauss? Because for some reason, okay, I don't get the singular piece of energy in this boss fight. Okay, maybe it's because I don't kill enemies, that's why, but still. But let's see, 3.3 minutes per part times 8, which is the minimum amount of tries required, is going to equal, let's see, 24 plus 0.3. What is 8 times 0.3? It's going to be 0.24, so it's going to be 24, comma 24. Okay, I'm talking Dutch and wait, actually, I'm not talking Dutch, bro. I'm so stupid, bro. Comma in English or comma in English is also comma, bro. I don't know. I'm low-key tweaking, okay, but bro, remember how I was talking about Zorro, guys? Quick equation. I'm making my own like Spanish dialect, bro. Do you guys like this? All right, no response again. Come on. What's wrong with you guys? But if you do get every single part, like. Wow, I'm stuttering. Bro, I don't know what's wrong with my speech, bro. Every single day there's like a problem somewhere, bro. But if you are lucky on every single part that you get with this farm, it's gonna take you at the very least 25 minutes, okay? And that's not bad, okay? That's not bad at all. But for other Warframes, there's gonna be a minimum of like 15 minutes or something. So it is almost double, but 30 minutes for a Warframe isn't that bad, okay? Or 25 minutes isn't that bad for a Warframe. But the bad part is that, well, guess what, guys? It's RNG, so it's not gonna be 25 minutes. It's gonna be an hour, 2 hours, 3 hours, 4 hours, 5 hours, 6 hours, 7 hours, 8 hours. I really gotta stop tweaking, bro. I think I'm scaring off a lot of people right now. Guys, don't worry. Normally, I'm super normal, okay? Super very normal. Which you can see in my VODs, by the way, which you can check my Warframe playlist or my live section on the YouTube, on my actual YouTube channel. And you have a lot of videos, live streams, whatever to catch up on, okay? Because not only do I play Warframe, I also play Resident Evil 2, 3, 4, and 9. Which coming real soon, I'm starting to play the Ghost of Sparta, as well as Crimson Desert, okay? So keep your heads peeled, also on the second channel. Bro, I'm always plugging a lot of my like socials in these videos, bro. Did you guys know I have like Instagram, TikTok, and there's one more platform? No, wait, is that it? No, actually, that is it. Never mind. But none of that matters, okay? None of that matters. Well, actually, no, actually, a lot of that matters, but for the Equinox farm, a lot of these things don't matter at all, okay? But you guys know I like to, you know, talk a lot in my videos. They call me the Yapper for no reason, okay? Well, okay, the reason actually is that I am a Yapper, but it doesn't matter, bro. Okay, there we go. This guy is Dunzo again. I'm actually gonna try this on Steel Path next. One of the things I wanted to, I guess, discuss with you guys was a lot of different topics on why am I always stuttering, bro? You guys, I hope you guys understand how embarrassing this is for me, bro. In real life, I don't stutter this much. I stutter, but it's part day systems, okay? In real life, I still stutter, but I stutter like 50% less. It's because I have to translate from Dutch to English in my head and from English to Dutch in my head when I... It's weird. It's literally, it's so weird. But one of the topics I did want to discuss with people in here is actual financials. I guess it's broader than financials. Financials, money, whatever, bro. And the topic of the day was investment slash assets. Wow. Investment slash assets. Now, of course, since I am talking about this, I have 0 assets. Okay, I have a couple investments, but it's nothing too grand. But I literally have 0 assets, bro. Or at least you could say I have 0 physical assets. And I always want to talk about stuff like this because you have people who this topic is gonna sound really weird because I'm gonna speak in a certain manner, which is gonna be like not necessary, but I still will do it because my end goal is to retire really early. And bro, that is gonna be okay. Retire early. My end goal is that I can make a living out of this. Okay, if I can make a living out of playing games, bro, it's. Let me tell you, I'm gonna start crying, okay? It's gonna be the most lovely time of my life, but okay. let's keep going, bro. Okay, actually, let's see how much damage this guy takes on, where's he? Is this him? Where's this guy, bro? I'm gonna be honest, the boss fight isn't that, it doesn't do that much damage. Here, wait, this guy, bro, okay, it's just more annoying. It's more annoying on Steel Path, bro. Oh, my days. I have no idea where this guy is. Okay, maybe I shouldn't use the Falker. Okay, let me proceed to use the dual toxins. Where? Gang, just stop moving. Here. Stop moving! Okay, I'm definitely not continuing doing this on flipping Steel Path, bro. Oh my days, this is annoying, man. Okay, so lately I've been getting a lot into watches. Now I started out by thinking like any watch you buy is gonna appreciate. That is not the case, you know, because no watch that you can buy in a store, you know, is gonna appreciate. You're either gonna be paying a high premium, like higher than retail price, and then maybe it's gonna appreciate a little bit, or you're gonna buy it at release and then later that watch is not gonna be available anymore. That's when it's gonna appreciate, you know. And I'm watching a lot of these videos and I'm reading the comments and people are like, well, I have a $5 watch from the Dollar Tree or whatever that can also tell the time. That is not the point of these watches. I don't think people understand. The point of these watches is that it's limited availability. And also the watch that you buy at the Dollar Tree doesn't, you know, if you can buy it and if you want to sell it, you can sell it for free, okay? You can't sell it for more than you bought it for. That is also a big part of why people buy watches, you know. But people are like, yeah, my $15 watch does the same. That is definitely true, but your $15 watch doesn't have the complication that is, bro, it's, bro, I don't know, I sound so snobby. I apologize if I sound too snobby, bro, but oh, by the way, I want all of you guys to know I literally don't even own a watch. I own a watch, it doesn't work, okay? It literally doesn't work. I bought this thing like 5 years ago. It doesn't work, man. I bought this with my first paycheck when I turned 15 or when I was 15, bro. It's a poopy watch, okay? Bro, where is this guy? This guy's taking no damage, bro. Stop moving! Please, okay, please. Oh my, okay, I'm not doing those in steel pad ever again, bro. But the thing is, the complications inside of these watches, what makes the watch actually tick and turn is, bro, it's called a complication for a reason, bro. Okay, night neuroptics, day aspect, nice, okay. But from what I know, I think the tourbillon, I don't know if I'm pronouncing that correctly, tourbillon or tourbillon or the perpetual calendar is the most complicated watch like complication that you have, because these things aren't machine built, they're built by hand, you know. So not only does it, because people, oh, this is also one thing, bro. You have these expensive watches, the Richard Mille, bro. Oh, sorry for my pronunciation, but those watches, most of the times they come on rubber bands, and people are like, oh, so you pay 100,000 and then you get a rubber band? Do you understand how cheap, bro? The band is literally the cheapest component, bro. Even if it was a titanium or stainless steel or silver gold, that band does not exceed $1,000. Most bands don't even exceed $100, okay? If it's stainless steel or whatever. I don't know why I'm getting mad, bro. I don't even own any of these watches, bro. But I don't know. It's like the misconception of these watches, you know? Because it's the same with cars. People are like, you know, I can drive to A and B with the same car that you have. That is definitely true. But certain collector pieces, they appreciate in ways that, you know, normal cars don't appreciate in, right? But here comes another point, because what will be the reason that you buy a watch? Will it be because of the appreciation or because you want to wear a watch? Because a lot of collectors also buy, you know, cars like older Ferraris, whatever, like limited edition cars or limited edition watches, and then proceed to not wear them. Which is also, that is probably something I would never do, because, bro, I might as well buy a flipping art piece or something, bro, with that money, because why would I buy a watch or a car and then proceed to not use it, you know? That to me is, you know, I understand it, but it's a little bit over the top. It's a little bit over the top. But I was looking into these watches as if I was, you know, able to purchase them, but I was looking into these watches and it's like 25, no, was it 50,000? I think it was like 48,000 bucks is what these watches are like retail. And I'm like, oh, okay, that is actually a little bit less expensive than I thought, because originally I thought it was gonna be like super expensive, like 100,000 minimum, but it wasn't. And I'm like, oh, okay. Then I'm starting to think you cannot buy these watches. That is just the retail price that they're listed at. The actual price that they're being sold for is way higher, because you can't go into a store and buy those watches. You have to be like an esteemed customer or like some type of elite, you know, island goer, whatever. I don't know, bro. So what most people do is that they buy these watches secondhand or from a authorized dealer, which is why they're always higher over retail or above MSRP, which I don't know, the watches just fascinate me. So I quickly turned around from, you know, wanting to buy like one of the high-end watches, which is Patek Philippe, AP, or what was it again? Bro, there were three brands. Audemars Piguet, Royal Oak, what am I? Patek Philippe, and one more, I'm tripping. Oh, Richard Mille RM, there we go, wow. Those are like the three most prestigious brands, I guess you could say, of the mainstream. Of course, when you look at okay, not really underground, there are so many watch companies that you wouldn't really know about. and they are way more prestigious than those 3. But it's just like they are so prestigious that you don't know about them, bro. That's just how prestigious they are, okay? But those watches are way out of reach. You literally gotta be a friend of a friend at that point to acquire one of those watches, bro. But I quickly turned around from wanting to actually buy like one of those higher end watches somewhere in my life. Okay, if I do. Wait. Oh, I need the night neuroptics, bro. This is the day neuroptics, bro. Come on. But I've turned around from that to actually looking into watch brands and actually looking at the quality of the movement inside of the watches and then look at the outside, what the outside looks like. So I've got my eyes on a couple of watches which are expensive, but not as expensive as these top luxury watches, which I may want to purchase one day, but because I want to buy watches and actually wear them, you know, and then look at my wrist and actually think, you know, I'm cool. Okay, I'm cool. There's probably a lot of people watching who, you know, think I suck because I think I will look cool when I buy a watch. I get those people, okay? But you also gotta understand, a lot of people have different, you know, interests, I guess you could say. But long story short, I've gotten a couple of watches that I wanted to, you know, purchase one day. I actually looked up a little bit more. I researched a little bit more. These are like quality watches, but on top of that, they aren't like extremely expensive, you know. But yeah, I do want to buy a watch and then proceed to wear it. I think I will be super scared if I buy a watch that is, you know, more than flipping 5,000 bucks. I probably would be scared to wear it, you know, which is understandably so, but people will rob you or whatever. There's a lot of things, okay? People will rob you. If you get a single scratch on this watch, bro, you know how much the watch starts to depreciate. It's a lot of stress, okay? So I probably wouldn't buy one of those watches and then wear it regularly. But you have companies like Raymond Will. There's a... What was it of Raymond Will? I think it was a skeletonized watch. It is quite expensive. I think it's like between 3,000 to 5,000 bucks. But it's a really beautiful watch. It's a really beautiful watch. Then, if I remember correctly, was it Frédéric Constant? Actually, I'm pretty sure I have these tabbed open. I think it was the Frédéric Constant Heartbeat Moonface Day. I'll probably put a picture up on the screen of what it looks like. And I know there are gonna be a lot of people saying I could literally buy a watch that looks like this for like 100 bucks, 200 bucks, whatever. I completely understand what you're saying, okay? But there's a lot of different things that come into play when, you know, when it comes to these things. Or when it comes to watches, you would say. Now, there's one watch I'm contemplating on buying right now. I'm not gonna tell you guys which one it is because I probably won't... I'm not too sure about purchasing this watch because this is gonna be like my first big purchase. It's gonna... I don't know. If I do buy it, it's gonna be somewhere... Did I just say Dubai? Did you guys hear that? Okay, not funny? Okay. Okay, this was an awkward silence. Come on, just skip. Why aren't you cutting, banker? Come on, bro. But if I do buy this watch, it's gonna be before the summer. Day neuroptics? Oh, no. I would actually need a night neuroptics, not day neuroptics. What am I even talking about? Equinox day aspect, bro. But if I do buy this watch, it's gonna be before the summer, which is gonna start in like 2-3 months in the Netherlands. Maybe even earlier, wow. Long story short, it doesn't matter. I'm contemplating buying this watch. I don't know why, but I really like watches with rubber straps. I don't know why I'm like... Why that appeals to me, but... Bro, I don't know, it just looks lovely, bro. It just looks lovely. Now, coming back to the Titania farm, or what is this called again, bro? Equinox farm. Bro, it's not going well, okay. I got the 2 parts that I needed in literally the first 10 minutes. That was now 30 minutes ago. I don't know how far I am into the video, but I've been recording for 41 minutes and 40 seconds, bro. It's not going well, okay? It's not going well, gang. But next up on the... Bro, I was talking about assets and I got the whole... Bro, I literally got sucked in all of this watch stuff, bro. Next up, what I want to talk about was houses, which is one of the things that you see a lot of people. It is like... It is out of range for like the middle class, but it is not it is not something that is super uncommon. This is like, I wouldn't really call it an easy way, but this is the way a lot of people like start building wealth. They start renting houses, or they buy a house and, well, okay, start renting it. Exactly what I just said. Wow. Or they just straight up buy a house, live in it, and then sell it like 10, 20 years later. That is the way a lot of people are doing it, but it's you know what it is? It's quite annoying because right now you have like this, I don't know what it's called in English. In Dutch is hypotheek. Basically, you take out a loan to start buying a house, but the loan is like a loan of 30 years. It's something egregious, bro. And you pay like 2,000 bucks every month, or... Okay, bro, I'm not an... I just recently turned into an adult, okay? I don't know. I'm probably gonna rent a house, bro. I probably won't be able to buy a house unless I'm like, you know, really rich, I guess you could say. But what I really want to do is, you know, not... if I do buy a house, I don't want to be stuck paying for a house for the next 25 years, bro. You know. And the thing is, renting is pretty much like living in a hotel, but then like in a bigger hotel. But I don't know, bro. I don't see myself like buying a house for a long period of time, you know. If I could, I would. And you know what the thing is? I'm saying all of this right now. I live at my parents' house, so I probably don't even have the, what's it called, the authority to speak on these type of things. And I'm probably not, you know, well educated in this thing. So I don't even know why I'm talking about this, but I don't know. I thought it would be quite interesting for the older audience maybe. Now we're gonna continue with the farm in a second, but I actually got a weapon that I can incarnate. Wait, please tell me I can incarnate this. I really just said incarnate. Here we go, incarnate ready. Do I have everything? And I have everything. Ceramic dagger. I've heard good things about this weapon, eh? But I'm gonna start building the ceramic dagger because why not, gangs? Now with all of the dumb financial talk about me, you know, I don't have any knowledge about any of this, so I don't know, I just like yapping. Okay, you guys know about me, bro. But next up is actual investments. So I don't know if this also categorized as assets. I guess if it's physical, I guess it is an asset. But in terms of investments, there are like things you can do. So for example, what I'm gonna be talking about is ETFs, actual stocks, and actual, bro, I keep forgetting. Commodities, bro. There we go. It's so annoying trying translating these things into English, bro. But you may or may not know about like commodities. They recently rised. I'm gonna say recently. It was like about a month ago, maybe a little bit longer. But gold and silver suddenly surged, and then they also dropped a lot, I think, or it was silver that dropped a lot. Now I don't know how this is possible, but literally just a tiny bit before gold prices started rising, I bought a little bit of gold, and you know, long story short, I got some nice profits, okay? Now, I don't have a lot of money in the investment stuff, but it is still a good thing to talk about because I am up a lot of percentage. Let me think. I think it's like close to 30% or something. And this, bro, 30% of my money has increased just by like sitting in my account, bro. You know how nice it is? Okay, you know how nice it is. But of course, you can lose money in this stuff, but I don't really mind losing the money because it's all about waiting. It's all about being patient. If you lose money, in my eyes, that is literally a buying opportunity. You know, you buy the stock or commodity or asset at a lower price. I always get like flabbergasted by people who make fun of people when stocks like drop, because that happens a lot when a bunch of stocks like drop in a single day, and people are like, oh, people who bought stocks must be crying right now, bro. If there's a day where a bunch of stocks drop, you know how great of a day that is. That is a buying day, bro. Because you can buy a bunch of stocks at a discounted price, basically. And a lot of these things, it's no guarantee that it's gonna keep rising, you know. There's no guarantee it's gonna go back up. But a company like, I don't know, Apple, bro. If a company like Apple has a very sharp drop, and then you proceed to buy Apple at a discounted price, bro, Apple is such a good company in terms of financials. Like, in terms of their business practices, I couldn't care less, you know, how bad they are. But in terms of financials, in terms of what they, you know, get when it comes to money, it's a good company. It has a good track record. I think it's like a top 5 company in terms of like market cap, isn't it? I don't know. It doesn't matter. Basically, in the returns that they get, the margins, it's really good, so it's really good for the stock. A stock like Apple is a stock that, you know, always rises, basically. And something like gold and something like silver, those are commodities that are actually used in the real world, like every single day, you know. Those things you can, I think there's a way to make gold, or was it a way to make diamonds? I don't know. There's like a way to make like artificial gold, but it's not really gold. I still didn't get what I need. Nice. It's not really like gold, like actual gold. The only way you can get gold and silver is by finding it, I guess you could say. So there is a limited supply of these things inside of the world, which is why it has a certain price, you know. And something like gold and silver, something like commodities, that are also things that there is no guarantee that it's always gonna rise. That's just the way that it is when it comes to stocks, commodities, ETFs, whatever. But it's gonna rise, okay? Now because the thing with this is you also have to have a lot of like mental fortitude, I guess you could say. For example, if you put $1,000 into your account and then you see it go down to, I don't know, $800, you don't gotta be the guy who's gonna be like, oh man, I just lost so much money, I'm gonna take my money out. And then you just wait 6 months, and then you see, if you waited those 6 months, your money could have gone up by like 25%, and you could have cashed out with $1,250 instead of $800 from the original $1,000 investment. And all you had to do was not really care about the money, you know. And a lot of people already have this. They don't care about the money. They just buy something, let it sit, and that's it. They look at it like once a month or something for buying opportunities, and then they only sell it like 10 years later, 5 years later, whatever. Now I've been in this I guess game, you could say. I've been in this game for less than 3 years. I would say closer to 2 years, and I have made more money than I have lost money. I would say the money that I've made is not like I'm making it sound like it's super great. That is the thing with these things, like something like crypto, you know, you have a lot of short-term wins, I guess you could say. When it comes to stocks and stuff like that, it is very long term, okay? I will tell you that it is very long term. So if you don't have the stamina or determination, whatever it's called, if you don't have that, don't get into stocks and stuff like that, because it's gonna appreciate very slow unless there's like very good news in the stock that you're buying and it searches like 10% in a day, which is very uncommon. So never ever, you know, bank on that, I guess you could say. dBankerr. No? Okay, join the Discord, the link in the description, and in the top right, dBank. W transition? No. W add? No? Okay, come on guys, just join the Discord, bro. We recently got like 400 members. Let's make it 500 members real soon. But yeah, basically what I wanted to say with a bunch of these conversations is that there's a lot of ways for you to move your money, for you to let your money increase, let your money work for you. Which you will have a lot of people say stuff like, well, it's useless because of this, it's useless because of that. But if you look at the people that are rich, what are they doing? They are doing things like this. Now the rich people are, you know, making businesses and stuff. But you know what I'm talking about. I guess, what was it called? Like the upper end of middle class, or like the high class. I actually don't know what it's called, but like the class that is above middle class, bro. Is it upper class or whatever? I don't know. What those people are doing when they don't have a business, they do stuff like this. And maybe even have a business on the side as well. I don't know. But don't ever... Okay, this is what I mean when I say don't take financial advice from me. Don't, like, anything I say right here, just take it as me just rambling, just yapping, because that's all it is. But the best advice you can take on becoming rich is from rich people. Now, I'm obviously not rich, so why would you take advice from me, you know? But would you rather look at someone who's gonna tell you, like, oh, do this with crypto and then you're gonna become a millionaire, and then that person proceeds to have a net worth of less than $5,000, like, don't listen to that guy. Night aspect, nice, okay. Now, I've always been the type of guy, I like steady, consistent growth more than, like, searches of, like, I don't know how to explain it. I think you guys know what I mean. I just like consistency more than short-term returns, I guess you could say. Short-term returns, wow. You know what the thing is? I'm so done with this, bro. I actually want to do something else, but it's already too late, okay? I've been... I have put myself in this situation, bro. But yeah, would you rather look at someone who, you know, is well off but doesn't have financial freedom? Or would you rather look at the rich people, okay? The people that are actually making money, maintaining their money, and growing their money. Which there's a difference in each one of those things I just said, okay? Because getting money, okay, everybody can do that. Not, you know, a lot of people get more money than other people. That is very true. But can you keep that money? And if you can keep that money, can you actually grow that money? And I'm not talking about grow that money by making more money. I'm talking about you have $1,000. Can you make that $1,000 $1,200, $1,400, $1,800, $3,000? Are you able to flip that money by you know, either investing, you know, short growth on a long period of time, or you buy something and you, for example, I don't know, I'm just saying something. You make $1,000, you buy the best lawn mower you've ever seen in your life, and then you proceed to, you know, mow lawns, and then you make $2,000 in a week span. That's one way of, I guess you could say, technically it's turning $1,000 into $2,000, but not directly. But you guys know what I'm talking about, you know. But yeah, I don't know. I can't say this so much. Don't ever take financial advice from me. I'm not even rich. I literally don't have the authority to say all of these things, but I don't know. You guys know I like talking, okay? I've said this like 5 times inside of the video. Maybe I should stop saying that, but you guys know what I mean, hopefully. I'm just glad I have an audience I can talk to when it comes to stuff like this, because this is what really interests me, okay? And one thing I didn't talk about when it comes to appreciating assets is cars, because with cars it is a lot more trickier, way trickier. Because those things only appreciate when you actually don't drive the car, you know, when they have low mileage. And nowadays, you don't really have cars that become limited edition or whatever. You, of course, do have limited edition cars, but no, not in the way like it was back in 1970s, 80s, whatever. Because, for example, my dream car is a BMW E30. Whoa, I'm stuttering. E30 M3, like an actual M3, a BMW M3 E30, okay? If you bought that car in that year, I think it was 1982 all the way to 1992, or 1986 to 1992. If I remember correctly, I might have gotten that wrong, I'm not too sure. But if you bought it in that year, then that car definitely has a way higher value. No, this is the wrong one. Okay, I need a Night Neuroptics, bro. I keep getting the day Neuroptics, bro. I'm so done with this, bro. I just need the Night Neuroptics and that's it, bro. Please, please, bro. Please, bro. Come on, bro. Alright, I'm sorry, but if you bought the car in those years, and you were to sell it today, it would sell for way more money, much more money than what you bought it for that year. And of course, inflation does have a place in that. But even if you adjust the price for inflation, it still sells for way more than what you bought it for. Because those things are not easy to get, you know. Things that appreciate are things that aren't easy to get. That is also why, you know, I always clown my brother for this, but my brother wanted to buy a Rolex that you literally could buy online somewhere. And he's like, yeah, but you're stupid because back then I bought a car, you know, I had to work in a place that was like 30 kilometers away from me. So I literally had to buy a car, bro. And he called me dumb because I bought a car instead of a watch. And guys, he didn't end up buying the watch, by the way, just so you know. Luckily, he didn't make a stupid decision. But he was going to buy that Rolex and he's like, yeah, but this is gonna appreciate way more than your car. Your car's gonna depreciate. And I'm like, bro, that Rolex isn't going to appreciate because someone like you is able to purchase that Rolex this easy online, bro. Guys, if you can't buy a Rolex online for below retail or something and you think it's gonna appreciate, bro, don't. Okay, just don't. I think Rolexes are like overrated, but also overhated because you have a lot of Rolexes that do appreciate. If I remember correctly, it was a Rolex Daytona date. If I'm... I don't know if I got that correctly, or I don't know if I got that correct, but there are a lot of Rolexes that appreciate, but there are a lot of Rolexes that don't appreciate that at all, you know. And that's the thing when it comes to the watch stuff, the watch business. A lot of people think they can just buy a watch and then it's gonna automatically appreciate. That is not the case at all. And even the watches that do appreciate, they don't appreciate by that much, you know. So the main goal for buying a watch that... The main goal for buying a watch basically is for you to wear it, okay? So only buy watches that you like, that are quality, that you like, you know. If you want a watch that appreciates, I guess go for it, but it's gonna be really expensive. The returns aren't going to be too great, depending on how rare the watch is. If you buy a 3 out of 3 watch, then of course it makes sense, bro. That watch is definitely going to appreciate. If it's gonna be like a movie, a movie, wow. A limited edition watch that is only gonna be made for 3 people on the world, and then that person decides to sell it. They basically control the market for that watch. They could sell the watch for 20 million bucks if they wanted to, because there are only three of those watches in the world, you know. But I think with this, I made it a little bit easier to understand. It makes sense, you know. It really does make sense. Basically, the more limited, the more chance it's gonna appreciate. Okay, there's not a guaranteed chance it's gonna appreciate. If you're able to buy it in the store for a retail price, 9 times out of 10 it's not gonna appreciate. Okay, something like a house is more guaranteed to appreciate, you know. But yeah, it's very tricky when it comes to these topics because yeah, because of the randomness. I don't know, there's a lot of randomness in this involved as well. I gotta make sure you guys know that, because I don't know, that's just the truth, unfortunately. Now remember what I was talking about when I was talking about Zoro this, Zoro that, bro? Guys, I've been watching the One Piece live action and I won't give any spoilers, but bro, this show is so buns, but in the best way possible, okay? It looks so buns because the One Piece world is so goofy, and I love that they actually managed to make the live action world goofy as the anime world, which is Night Neuroptics, Night Systems, okay? But it's such a joy watching this because, bro, it's so buns, but it's so good I don't know, this probably doesn't even make sense, bro. Long story short, it's not bad, it's good, okay? In my eyes, at least. The first season was nice, funny to watch. The second season, I'm only on episode 2 right now. Bro, second season I've been enjoying it way more. I don't know why, but I really like this this live action, man. Also, one thing about this live action, bro, they give mad spoilers for the anime. I don't know if there's such a thing as a live action only. So if you're a live action only, just know, again, I won't give any spoilers. Just know, in the first season, you got information about something that happened in episode 150 in the anime, okay? And you got that in the first 8 episodes. Now here, in season 2, there was something that was revealed in episode 550, maybe even 600 or something, bro. Bro, in episode 9 or 10, they gave some information on what happened 600 episodes deep, bro. You know how insane that is? It is way faster paced than anime. It's like, it's almost like an entire arc. Okay, not an entire arc. Actually, yes, an entire arc. It's almost an entire arc done in 1 or 2 episodes. You know how crazy that is, bro? But bro, the sets are really cool. The places they go in. I think they mostly film in places like Africa. I think they were talking about they were filming in South Africa, I think, if I remember correctly. But bro, the animals, they look real. There's like a giant animal in the second season. He looks super realistic. He looks cool. And if you do watch the anime, you will be like, bro, you will see a lot of things, bro. Actually, now that I remember, there are 2 characters there are literally 2 characters in the second season that get revealed so early on that just get revealed like episode 600 in the anime or something, bro. To me that is just so cool, bro. Now I don't know how many completions I've done on this grind so far. I think I fought this boss more than 10 times today, okay? And actually, at the very least, more than 10 times. I don't know if anybody counted, but I didn't count. But bro, this is annoying, man. Over 10 times, I've gotten 2 things that I needed. I literally only need the Night Neuroptics. If I don't get it right here, right now, pardon me, wow, excuse me. But I might be destroying myself in a real quick. Night Neuroptics, Night System is nice. But let me talk a little bit more about Crimson Desert, because it's releasing... Okay, it's gonna be closer to release when this video releases. But literally a week before they released the game, they added a de novo thing. Initially I didn't know what it was. Apparently it's something that like degrades game performance because it has to do something with anti-piracy or whatever. Now I was told this is degrading your performance by like 60% or something, bro. I looked it up. It's not 60%. I got bamboozled, okay? I probably still will play the game, but it's so weird that they add something like this, like so long after the game went up for pre-orders, because I'm pretty sure you can already pre-order this. You already could have pre-ordered this for a long time ago. But a lot of people don't like the nouveau from what I've seen, and you're telling me a week before the game releases, you're gonna add the nouveau in the game, and it's not like they did an announcement for it. They literally just added it, and that's it. And this game was literally praised for its good performance. So if the nouveau stuff degrades the performance by a lot, that would literally void all of the reviews that have been done by the, you know, I think it's Digital Foundry. Basically the people who've reviewed the performance of Crimson Desert. Those reviews, if the nouveau, okay, like removes a lot of performance, it's probably gonna make a bunch of those reviews, you know, void, I guess you could say, which is really unfortunate. I don't know why game companies do this, bro. They could have just said there's gonna be the nouveau later on, or just not added at all, because, bro, you know what? It doesn't matter, okay? This game, I was gonna buy it either way, so the anti-piracy stuff, I get that, but I don't really care, because I think Pro Abyss is like already an established thing, I guess you could say. But I'm like, allegedly, I used to be in a controlled environment when it comes to the stuff that I own already. I used to be a pirater. You guys know what I mean, okay? But let's just say the games that I have on my PC, I think Luffy would be proud, you know, Shanks would be proud. All of those guys will be proud of me, but I don't pirate, and I don't condone pirating when it comes to games, okay? Bro, I'm low-key sick, man, these last few days, man. But generally, I have no problem, like, like, on a serious note, I have no problem buying games, so the anti-piracy stuff, that doesn't really matter, but if it degrades performance in a game like this, bro, this game was literally praised for how good its performance was. It was an optimized game. That's at least what the reviewers were saying. And now there's a thing that's potentially gonna degrade the performance. Like, bro, come on. Now I do think people are exaggerating a lot when it comes to the nouveau stuff, because they chances, okay. I was literally told it's gonna degrade my performance by 60%, which, bro, that was a lie. I looked this up and people say modern implementations, I stuttered, implementations of the nouveau don't even degrade the performance by that much. But I'm pretty sure it's highly dependent on your own system, like, specs. Now, I put a lot of putting a lot of money and time in my PC, so I hope I won't be affected too much. I probably won't be affected too much, to be honest, because if a well-optimized game gets a little bit of a degradation, it probably won't degrade my performance that much. But there are way more people, like most people play on last gen like PC parts, you know, sometimes even the last gen before the last gen PC parts. So I feel bad for those people, because they finally see an optimized game. They're like, okay, we can finally play a normal game. We don't have to do a bunch of scrambling with settings, this and that. We can just hop in, plug and play, basically. And now they see that the Nouveau added, and they gotta do stupid stuff to get the game optimized, or they're not even gonna play it anymore. I don't know if there's like a list on like if you can see pre-order numbers, but there are probably a lot of pre-orders cancelled because just because it is the Nouveau stuff, bro. Me personally, I'm still gonna play the game. I never pre-order games, so I don't care. This game releases on like a Thursday at like 11 p.m. for me, which is really unfortunate. I probably will only be able to play it in the weekend, bro, which is, oh man. 11 p.m. is such a weird release time, bro. Normally games release at like 6 or 7 p.m. Don't laugh, bro, guys. But 11 p.m. is crazy, bro. You know why I'm also mad at game companies? Well, Bungie exists. That's why I'm mad at game companies, okay? Where is Destiny 3? Where's the Destiny roadmap? Why is Marathon, like... Okay, I'm sorry. A lot of people hate on Marathon because the game numbers are like really bad, I supposedly. I'm pretty sure it's still like a top 50 game on Steam, which, correct me if I'm wrong, but is that not like good? I guess it's not good enough for the amount of marketing this game has had. But like people are acting like this game has like 200 players or something, bro. This game still has like thousands of players. Long story short, it doesn't matter, okay? I remember Rebecca, like literally the game director of Warframe, defended like game numbers. I don't know if she defended like Marathon specifically, but she definitely defended like player numbers. People talk about player numbers or player count way too much, which I don't believe people should stop talking about player count, but I don't think people should look at player count and say like this game sucks or this game is good because of the player count, okay? Now, when it comes to Destiny 2, the player count definitely does matter, because the player count is like, what, 7,000 or something, bro? Or 10,000 is the average. You know how bad that is, bro? Destiny used to be a game that was in the top 25, like, a big portion of its lifespan, okay, on Steam. But it has gotten so bad that I think the peak at some point, the 24-hour peak was like 7,000. Actually, I could definitely check this out for now. Let me actually check this out. Oh my days. 4,400 people are in the game right now. Oh my days. This is actually not looking good. Okay, let me go to 100 most played. Let's see if I can see. Oh, it's not even in the 100 most played. Wow. Okay, this is actually unfortunate. Guys, if you didn't know, if you actually didn't know, bro, I'm the biggest Destiny glazer there is, okay? Now, I'm not a Bungie glazer, okay? Don't get me wrong, okay? I'm a Destiny glazer. I love the gameplay. I just love Destiny 2. With that being said, I haven't played Destiny 2. I'll probably make another Destiny 2 versus... Okay, another Night Chassis. I'm making a Destiny 2 versus Warframe video, like, real soon. Because I actually wanted to talk about... like, the way I've been enjoying Warframe more than Destiny in the past... Since August, bro. Since August. Okay, so I actually looked at it. I actually started since September. So, since September, okay, I've played Destiny 3 for... I think a total of 3 hours. And there was an entire... Bro, guys, okay, just wrap this around in your head. There's an entire DLC that released, and I just didn't play it, bro. And you know how sad I am, bro? I love Destiny. I hope you guys understand just how much I love Destiny. Bro, I haven't played it since September. I played 3 hours in September. The whole entire DLC released, and the biggest Destiny glazer doesn't even care to play it, bro. You know, bro, I wish I could play it. And the thing is, and it's not like I'm restricted from playing it or something, bro. I played it, I just didn't have fun anymore. So I just stopped, and you know, I didn't go back, I guess you could say. And I'm always the type of guy who's like, oh, it's not that serious, it's just a game, don't worry. If you want to play it, just play it. If you don't want to play it, don't play it. But nowadays, bro, it is that serious, okay? Bungie, no. Bro, Bungie has been mistreating us like crazy. Like, when I tell you, it is so insane. I'm gonna go more into depth when I make the like Warframe versus Destiny video again, because I actually already made it a little bit. But bro, it is genuinely insane how much a game company can just mistreat you, and then it's such a whiplash going from like the way Bungie treats the players to the way Destiny, to the way DE treats the players. I'm not gonna act like Bungie abuses us, okay? It's not that serious, but it's like they do care about us just a little bit, but they just won't show it, bro. They won't ever show that they care about us. They care about us in a way that they care about our physical possessions, aka our money. Okay, that's what they want from us. Now DE just wants to make a good game. Are they succeeding in that? Yes, they are definitely succeeding. They're succeeding with making a good game. I do obviously have my problems with Warframe. I talk about them like a lot, but it's not serious problems when it's not even problems, if you could really say. It's just things that I would want to see into this game. The most problems I got with Warframe is just game modes and stuff that I want to see into this game, bro. You know how crazy that is? My biggest problems with Destiny is just the fact that the stuff that we get is bad, and it's just, oh man. In Destiny, we get a new DLC, we get a recycled boss that is just a giant common enemy, then we get, oh man. It's so annoying, bro. It's so annoying. The thing that people say the most is that Bungie says that they're listening and Warframe just listens. They don't be saying, you know what? Bungie is our sayers, Warframe are doers, bro. I guess that's the best way to say this. Actually, I have no idea how I came up to this point. I have no idea why I'm even talking about this, but yes, a Destiny 3 would probably, you know, have the same problems as a Destiny 2 or 1 at launch, or both at launch. A Destiny 3 probably would have a lot of problems that Destiny 2 has as well. But you wanna know what, guys? I couldn't care less, bro. Now, if any Bungie employee is listening, or if you have a family member at Bungie, guys, please listen. Day aspect, okay? Please listen. Oh my days. If you make a Destiny 3, because Destiny 3 was leaked to be in very early development, somewhere in like November or something, or October, whatever, it doesn't matter. But please make Destiny 3 an actual Destiny 3. Don't make it a Destiny 1.0, a Destiny 2.5, or wait, 1.0. Don't make it a Destiny 1.2 or 1.5, WoW, or 2.5. Make it a Destiny 3, its own separate thing. Now, returning characters, I don't care. If you want to, you can do that. What the flip is this? Do you guys see this? This literally just got released in there. Gifts of the Lotus stolen, elite. What does this mean? Okay, so we can get an Excalibur deck skin. That sounds great. But unfortunately, I gotta go back to Titania. But please tell your Bungie employee, friends, or family. Please tell them we need a separate game, an actual separate game. I don't want to see. Okay, I'm gonna be honest. I want to see Gjallarhorn in Destiny 3. I want to see Hawkmoon, Thorn. Okay, basically the iconic things, make them random drops inside of Destiny 3. Don't make them entire quests and then milk those exotics again in the game trailer. Okay, the iconic exotics, okay, honestly, I give a pass. I'm talking about I'm giving a pass to Bungie as if I'm like, as if I have like any authority, bro. But I want like unique exotics, new, bro. I can't even speak. What is happening on my screen, bro? I'm tweaking. But I want unique exotics. What I do want to see in Destiny 3 is also the same gameplay in terms of how it feels when it comes to weapons and stuff. Okay, definitely make new weapons, definitely make new, well, unique interactions, I guess you could say. The way abilities feel is definitely top tier. This might be a little bit controversial, but I don't care. I would 1,000,000%, or I would rather spend 100 hours in Destiny than I would want to spend 100 hours in Warframe. And I don't know why I'm saying that. I literally don't even have a reason. It's just that I know for a fact that is what I would much rather do. I actually don't know why, but yeah, I might be a little bit crazy, okay? And I'm saying all of this, and I haven't played Destiny in like 6 months, bro. So that's, I don't know. But the thing is, why would we support Bungie when Bungie doesn't even support Destiny in itself, bro? Bro, they just got acquired by Sony, bro. Sony, you need to back, bro. Sony needs to back a Destiny 3. Okay, I don't care if it's gonna be paid, okay? If it's gonna be paid, make it a $40 game and release $15 DLCs every year. Or $20 DLCs every year. If they go back to the free-to-play thing, and then it's gonna be $100 a year for the DLC, because it's gonna be like $60 for the DLC, and then, or no, wait, was it $40 or $60? I don't remember, it was like $50 or something. And then for the deluxe edition, which you would end up buying the deluxe edition anyways, because of the seasons. The seasons are pretty much story content and stuff. Now, I never in my entire life bought a deluxe edition of the Destiny. I just always bought the seasons separately. But that's just who I am. I don't know. A lot of people bought the deluxe editions, you know. Bro, this actually wouldn't be a banker video without me mentioning Destiny 2, bro. It's so insane how much I actually like like that game, and the devs just don't like the game, bro. Okay, my apologies to the devs, but there are probably a lot of devs who actually no, there were a lot of devs who were talking about like, hey, Destiny players wouldn't like this mechanic. Destiny players wouldn't want this in the game or wouldn't like this or that. And the upper management are the ones who messed it up, bro. The upper management really messed it up. Flipping Pete Parsons, Mr. Cars and Bikes, and here we go back to the asset stuff and again. By the way, fun fact, this guy did have a BMW E30 in one of his car in his car collection, so wow, yeah. But long story short, the higher up management, they wanted more profits, I guess you could say, higher margins, whatever. And the actual devs, they wanted more gameplay stuff. They wanted more, hey, this will be good for the players would like this, the players wouldn't like that. Because the Destiny devs are actually Destiny players, you know. And the higher up management are exactly that, higher up management. Bro, they are the money guys and girls, bro. Which you will always see when people prioritize money over other things. Things don't start to pack out well, you know. For example, Jinxie always talks about this when it comes to Clash Royale. I don't really play the game, so I don't know the details, of course. Same goes for Rainbow Six Siege. He says like, bro, the more you prioritize money, it's a funny thing, the more you prioritize money, the less money you're gonna make. Because now it's less about making a good, enjoyable product. Because, bro, games are entertainment, bro. A lot of people forget this. Games are entertainment. They aren't, like, competitions for Marathon needs to have more players than Arc Raiders to be a success. As long as people are having fun, that's all that matters, bro. People always forget games are just that. Like, they're games, they're entertainment, bro. Same goes for shows, movies. People judge movies and shows in terms... Okay, not shows. Movies in terms of the money they make. And then they're like, well, it didn't make as much money as this movie that came out a month earlier, so it's a worse movie, so it sucks. So it sucks more. It's worse. It's so weird, bro. It's entertainment, guys. At the end of the day, Equinox Night Chassis. I just need a Night Neuroptics. Is that too much to ask, bro? I've been doing this for 20. Oh man, I'm actually so done, bro. You know how worried I was in the first 10 minutes. I got 2 parts that I needed. I was so worried this video was gonna be way too short. Now I'm like, I probably yapped way too much and this video is probably already at like 50 minutes or something. I don't know how long this video is at this point, but bro, I just need my Equinox Night Neuroptics. I literally need to leave my house in like 20 minutes or something, bro. I literally need to get this, bro. It's actually insane. The amount of times I say bro literally pisses me off, bro. And I just did it again. You know how crazy it is? I say it so much that it even pisses myself off, bro. I don't do it. I'm such an NPC, like actually. Let's hope I get my Night Neuroptics today. Not even today. Let's hope I get my Night Neuroptics on this boss kill, bro, please. Night Neuroptics today. Night Systems again. Oh my days. Now I actually just want to be done with this because this is taking up too much of my time. I literally, bro, I got like 20 minutes left and I need to leave my house. I find it real funny how I was talking about I'm gonna upgrade my ceramic dagger and I proceed to not upgrade my ceramic dagger. I literally just did one objective and that's it, bro. Here we go with the bro again. Yo, if I say bro one more time, someone is getting timed out in the YouTube comments, bro. This time I switched it up for bruh. This time I switched it up for bruh. Day Neuroptics. I got shocked. I thought it was Night Neuroptics, man. Equinox Night Systems. I'm sorry. I'm watching a podcast of like power, but bro, no. The game is actually trolling me. I don't know why I still am going, but this is actually not fun. This is not funny. This is not nice. This is not fun. This is not cool. Yo. I almost called these people Fortnite. Yo, Warframe people. Yo, fix this. Bro, Chacho, gang deluxe, bro, gang, please. You know what they could do? No, I'm thinking right now, I'm looking at these cycles. If the cycle is day, on Plains of Eidolon, make only the day aspects drops, and if it's night, make only the night aspects drop. Because that way, oh my days. And why isn't Equinox in the circuit? Why is Equinox not in the circuit, bro? All I need is just something, bro. All I need is just one piece. All I need is literally one piece of this flipping Warframe Night Neuroptics, and I finally got Equinox. Okay, Equinox Day Chest is nice. Day Chest is nice. I'm deleting this game real soon.
They try to get me show my
Night Neuroptics. Oh no. Whoa, wait. I just paused the wait. Night Neuroptics. What? Oh my days. Guys, you know how close I was to like giving up? I literally need to leave my house. Okay, 1 minute ago. I had to leave my house 1 minute ago. This was literally the last one I gotta do. And I got a Night Neuroptics, bro. Oh my days. It's actually It's actually done though. It's actually done though. Oh my days. No, bro, this is so weird, bro. It is always weird when because at some point it just starts to feel unreal. It just starts to feel like unattainable. And now I got it, bro. I don't know. I'm gonna assume I did this more than 20 times a day. This boss fight. Luckily my sound was off. Look at this. Equinox. No. I've been doing this for 2 hours and 64 minutes, bro. 64, 46. Wow. 45 and a half minutes. Oh my day. Guys, it doesn't matter, bro. Actually, I've been doing this longer. 2 hours and 2 minutes. Oh, nah. Okay. Long story short, it doesn't matter, bro. You guys, brochachos, brochachos. I really just called you guys brochachos. Do you understand how glad I am? Okay, yes, I'm pointing at you watching right now. Last video I said 2 names. This video I'm gonna say James, yeah? James, you. James, I'm pointing to you. Thank you so much for still watching, James. Okay, all jokes aside, thank you guys so much for watching. Don't forget, watch Warframe playlist, Resident Evil playlist, second channel. Bunch of billions of thousands of videos on my channel. I'm going. Just go ahead and have a look at my channel, bro. You know what? My life is complete. I just got Equinox. You know how long this took me? 2 hours of farming a singular Warframe. This is mind-numbing, bro. This is actually... it's actually mind-numbing, bro. Long story short, thank you guys so much for watching. Have a great time. See you next time. Bye. Comment up bye 3 times. For the good times back in the day. See you later. Bye.